Imagine you're in the final interview for your dream job. The hiring manager looks at your resume, smiles, and asks just one question. Can you explain Amazon's business model? Not coding, not your GPA, not your certifications. Just one simple question. And surprisingly, I have seen candidates with excellent technical skills struggle to answer it because they know what the company does, but they do not know how the company makes money. Here is the reality. Companies don't just hire people who understand the job, they prefer people who understand the business. And that's exactly what we are going to decode today. Let me explain. Most professionals think business models are something only MBA students need to study. I disagree. Whether you are a software engineer, a recruiter, a product manager, a marketing professional, or even preparing for your first interview, understanding how businesses create value can completely change the way you answer interview questions. As a recruiting professional, I have noticed something interesting. Candidates spend months learning technical skills, but when they are asked, how does your company earn revenue? Or who are your customers? Many can't answer. And that creates doubt. Because employers don't just hire employees anymore. They hire business thinkers. So today, I'm going to simplify business models using companies you already know. Amazon, Netflix, Uber, Nike. And by the end of this video, you will never look at these companies the same way again. Let's begin with a simple story. Imagine two people open tea shops on the same street. Both make excellent tea. Same ingredients, same quality, same location. 6 months later, one shop has customers waiting outside. The other is almost empty. Why? Was one tea better? Not necessarily. The successful owner understood something far more important. Who to sell to, how to attract customers, and how to deliver value, and how to make consistent profits. That's called a business model. Think of it like one blueprint of a building. Before an architect starts construction, they first create a blueprint. Similarly, before building a successful company, entrepreneurs design a business model. It answers 4 simple questions. What do we sell? Who do we sell it to? How do customers receive it? How do we make money? Simple but incredibly powerful. And here is something fascinating. The world's most valuable companies don't necessarily have the best products. Many became successful because they built better business models. Let's see how. Let's start with business to business, or simply B2B. Many people think every company sells directly to customers. That's not true. Take Intel. You probably have an Intel processor inside your laptop, but did you buy it from Intel? No. Intel sells processors to Dell, HP, Lenovo, and so on. Those companies sell laptops to you. Intel's customer isn't you, it's another business. That's B2B. Large contracts, long sales cycles, high value transactions, and multiple decision makers. So whenever I interview a candidate applying to enterprise software companies like Salesforce, Zoho, SAP, or Oracle, one question often comes up. Who is the customer? If a candidate says everyone, that's usually a weak answer. Understanding the customer is often more important than understanding the product. Now let's move to something all of us experience every day. Business to consumer, or B2C. When you order food from McDonald's, watch Netflix, or buy shoes from a retail store, you are the customer. Here, businesses compete for your attention. Advertising matters, branding matters, customer experience matters. Because you are making emotional buying decisions, not committee decisions. Unlike B2B. Here is a question for you. Which company spends more on advertising? Intel or Coca-Cola? Pause for a second. Think about it. The answer tells you everything about the difference between B2B and B2C. Let me know your answer in the comments before I reveal it later. Now here is where things become really interesting. 20 years ago, most manufacturers depended on distributors. Distributors supplied retailers. Retailers sold to customers. Today, companies are quietly removing the middleman. Nike doesn't wait for someone else to sell its products. It encourages customers to buy directly from its own website and app. Apple does the same. Same case with Boat, Mamaearth, many Indian startups. This is called direct to consumer or D2C. Why does this matter? Because when companies sell directly, they learn more about their customers. They control pricing, they build stronger brands, and they often earn higher profits. If you are entering with a D2C startup, don't just talk about marketing. Talk about customer data, customer lifetime value, repeat purchases, brand loyalty. That's what interviewers want to hear. So far we have covered 3 business models, but here is the surprising one. There is a business model where the company owns almost nothing, yet became one of the world's biggest businesses. No inventory, no hotels, no cars, still worth billions. How is that even possible? That's exactly what we will uncover next. And trust me, this is where business models become truly fascinating. So which billion-dollar companies own very little inventory? Before we get there, let's understand another important model. Imagine you are selling your old iPhone. Do you open a mobile store? No. You simply list it on OLX or Facebook Marketplace. Someone buys it. The platform never owned your phone. It simply connected two people. This is called consumer to consumer or C2C. Companies like eBay, ETSY, and Facebook Marketplace don't sell most of the products themselves. They create trust between buyers and sellers through listings, reviews, secure payments, and customer support. Now here is the interesting part. The platform doesn't need to manufacture products. It doesn't need warehouses. It earns money through commissions, listing fees, or advertising. Sometimes the smartest business isn't selling products. It's creating a place where others can do business. But wait, what if a company didn't even own the products or service people use every day and still become one of the world's most valuable companies? Let's look at the modern business models that changed entire industries. Technology didn't just create new apps, it created entirely new ways to make money. Let's explore 4 models every professional should recognize. 1. Subscription model. Think about Netflix, Spotify Premium, Adobe Creative Cloud. Instead of selling a product once, these companies earn revenues every month. Why do investors love this? Because recurring income makes growth more predictable. If you're entering with a SaaS company, don't just mention subscriptions. Talk about customer retention. A company that keeps customers year after year is often more valuable than the one constantly chasing new buyers. 2nd, freemium model. Why does LinkedIn let millions use its platform for free? Because free users attract more users. Then a small percentage upgrade to premium, recruiter licenses, or sales navigator. Spotify follows the same strategy. Free users hear ads. Premium users pay for convenience. The key idea is simple. Attract first, monetize later. 3rd, marketplace model. Amazon Marketplace is different from Amazon Retail. Thousands of sellers list products. Amazon provides the platform. logistics, payment systems, and customer trust. It earns commissions and services fees rather than manufacturing every item itself. Think of it like owning a shopping mall instead of owning every shop inside it. Fourth is sharing economy. Now let's answer the questions from the part 1. Uber owns very few cars. Airbnb owns very few hotels. Yet they became global giants. How? Because they connect people who have unused resources with people who need them. Technology made access more valuable than ownership. That's one of the biggest business shifts of the last 2 decades. Here is a question. If you were starting a business today, would you rather own 1,000 cars or build an app that connects millions of drivers and passengers? That's exactly the kind of thinking modern entrepreneurs use. Now let me ask you something. 2 coffee shops stand next to each other. One says, we sell coffee. The other says, freshly brewed coffee in under 3 minutes or it's free. Which one attracts you? Most people choose the second one. Not because of the coffee, because of the promise. That's called a value proposition. A strong value proposition answers 4 questions. Who is your customer? What problem do you solve? What benefits do you provide? Why should someone choose you instead of a competitor? And here is where this becomes personal. Your resume is also a value proposition. Many resumes list responsibilities. Great resumes communicate value. Instead of writing work done recruitment, write reduced hiring turnaround time by 30% through process improvements. That's a value proposition. And the recruiters notice that. If you are enjoying this style of content where we decode business concepts through the lens of hiring, careers, and real-world recruiting, consider subscribing to the Recruiter Insights. My goal isn't just to explain concepts, it is to help you think like employers, recruiters, and business leaders so you can make better career decisions. Now let's look at one of the most useful tools entrepreneurs use, the business model canvas. Instead of writing a 100-page business plan, they map the business on a single page using 9 building blocks. 1. Customer segments. Who are we serving? 2. Value proposition. Why will they choose us? Channels. How do we reach them? Customer relationships. How do we keep them? Revenue streams. How do we earn money? Next is key resources. What assets do we need? Key activities. What must we do well? Key partnerships. Who helps us succeed? Cost structure. What does it cost to operate? If you understand these 9 blocks, you can quickly analyze almost any company from a local bakery to Amazon or Infosys. Let me switch hats for a moment. If I were hiring today, especially for product, consulting, strategy, marketing, or leadership roles, I would pay close attention to whether candidates understand the business behind their job. Technical skills are important, but business awareness often separates a good candidate from a great one. Here is what I would look for. Can you explain how your company creates value? Do you understand who the customer is? Can you identify the company's revenue model? Can you connect your work to business outcomes? Candidates who think beyond their job description demonstrate commercial awareness, and that makes them stand out. If you're a student, start analyzing one company every week. Ask, who is the customer? How does it earn money? If you're a fresher, before every interview, learn the employer's business model. It shows preparation and curiosity. And if you're a mid-career professional, understand how your work contributes to revenue, customer satisfaction, or cost savings. If you're a senior professional, think about business strategy, not just operational execution. Leadership roles demand this perspective. Where is this heading to? In the next year, more traditional businesses will add subscription and digital services. Over the next 3 years, AI will help companies personalize products, automate operations, and create entirely new customer experiences. Within 5 years, companies that combine strong technology with a clear value proposition will continue to outperform those rely only on products. The companies may change, but the principle won't. Businesses that create value efficiently and communicate it clearly will win. Let's end with a challenge. Pick one company you admire. It could be Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, Apple, Tesla, or even your current employer. Can you answer these 3 questions? What's their business model? What's their value proposition? How do they make money? If you can answer those confidently, you will walk into interviews with a much stronger business mindset than many candidates. And I would love to hear from you. Which company should I decode next? Should we break down Amazon, Apple, TCS, Infosys, OpenAI, or any other company from a recruiter perspective? Tell me in the comments. We'll connect again in the next video. Until then, thank you. Bye.